You open Minecraft, new world, no big plan or anything. So you just spawn in and have a look around. There's trees, grass, maybe a river nearby. And for the first few minutes, everything feels slow, almost peaceful. You punch down a few trees, walk around, maybe think about where you could build something later on, but you're not really in a rush yet. And then, suddenly you notice the sun begins to set. You realize you don't actually have anything yet. No shelter, no food, no weapon. In that moment, you don't try to be impressive. You don't sit there thinking, what's the most optimal base I can build right now? You don't open a YouTube tutorial. You don't hesitate. You just start building. A dirt house, a hole in the side of a mountain, something you'd not really be proud of, but something that works, because it's keeping you alive. And if you hear this, you probably already realized that this isn't really about Minecraft. Because when I was sitting in that small dirt house I've just built to pass the first night, I asked myself this question. Why don't people approach their real lives like this? Because in real life, people do the exact opposite. They wait, they think, they plan, but they stay where they're at. You see it everywhere once you start paying attention. Someone wants to go to the gym, but instead of just showing up and figuring it out as they go, they spend weeks trying to design the perfect routine. Someone wants to start a business, but instead of talking to real people and making something simple, they get stuck thinking about branding, ideas, timing, all that abstract stuff that feels important but doesn't actually move anything forward. And then there's someone who wants to change their life in a bigger way, but they feel like they need clarity first, like they need to know exactly what they're doing before they even begin. And on the surface, that sounds reasonable. But in reality, it doesn't go that way. Because while you're sitting there trying to figure everything out, the sun is still going down. If you stand there too long, trying to come up with the perfect plan, you don't get rewarded for it. You just die. And real life is obviously less dramatic, but the principle stays the same. The longer you wait, the more momentum you lose. The harder it becomes to start, the more pressure you build up around something that at the beginning was actually pretty simple. But I get it. Nobody wants to build the dirt house version of their life. That's really what it comes down to, I think. Because it doesn't match the image you have in your head of how things are supposed to look. You don't want to be bad at something. You don't want to look like a beginner. And you definitely don't want other people to see you at that stage. But if you're being honest, that stage is not optional. And if you think about it, every good Minecraft world starts the same way. You survive first, then you improve, then you optimize, and only after that, only then, you build something that actually looks good. But people in real life try to skip straight to the last step. So they stay stuck, not because they're lazy, but because they are avoiding the one phase that actually creates progress. It's just building that dirt house. And yeah, it sounds stupid when you say it like that, but it's accurate. Going to the gym for the first time and having no idea what you're doing. That's a dirt house. Starting something and realizing you're not very good at it yet. That's also the dirt house. And actually putting something out there and realizing nobody really cares? You guessed it. That's also the dirt house. It's not supposed to be impressive, but it's supposed to keep you in the game. And once you're in the game, everything changes. Now you have feedback. Now you have experience. Now you actually have something real to improve. But you can't improve something that doesn't exist. So if you feel like you're waiting for the right moment, or the right plan, or the right version of yourself to show up before you begin, you're probably overcomplicating it. So Minecraft actually teaches you something that most philosophy books take 300 pages to tell. The conditions will never be perfect, but you have to start anyway. You don't need more time, you don't need more resources, you don't need a better strategy. You just need to move before the sun sets. Because here's what I know about you. The fact that you're still watching this, thinking about this stuff, means you're already more prepared than you think. You don't have a plan? Good. Neither did anyone else on their first night. So just punch the tree, build the ugly dirt house, and survive the first night. And tomorrow, you can build on that.